Well, it's a beautiful day today again here at Camp Crazy. There's Rocky under the camper. There he is under the camper. You can kind of sort of see him there. You can see his arse end sticking out anyway. He's under there having a sleep. Yeah. Anyway, I'm happy to say that I've been putting the poplar bud salve that my friend that does the herbal remedies comes back here and gathers various medicinal plants and makes remedies with them. I'm very happy to say that the poplar bud salve that she gave me, I've been putting that on Rocky's bad leg. For those who don't know, Rocky, I believe he got bit by a snake 2 years ago. I think that was the cause of it. But on his leg, on his front driver's side leg, he had this big lump for 2 years, and it was all inflamed, and it used to bleed periodically as well. And a while ago now, about a month or a month and a half ago, it started to really stink. Like the smell was just awful from it. And people may not believe me about this. I know a lot of people these days don't believe in God. So I expect I may be laughed at for telling this part of the story, but it did happen, so I'm going to tell it, whether I look foolish or not. I didn't know what else to do, you know. We tried different things to try and get this thing to heal up, and nothing was working. And I prayed. I said a prayer over Rocky that God would heal his leg. And shortly after that, the smell went away. But the problem was still there. I mean, it's not like the lump went away or anything, and it was still inflamed, and it was still bleeding and stuff. And I got the idea, though, to start putting the poplar bud salve on it. And so I did that. And I've been doing that now for about a month. Rocky hates it. He really doesn't like it when I put the poplar bud salve on there. I suppose he doesn't like the feel of it on his leg or whatever, in his fur and stuff, you know. And plus, he doesn't like to have that thing touched because it's tender. I guess it must be tender. So he's not altogether happy when I put it on his leg. But after a month of doing that, that lump is now half the size it was, and it's no longer all inflamed looking, all red and inflamed looking, and it's no longer bleeding. It's now half the size it was, and it's turned a pink color, and so it's no longer an angry red color like it was. And yeah, anyway, the poplar bud salve appears to be doing the trick. I like to think that God planted the idea in my mind to put the poplar bud salve on it, and that God intervened to at least make it somewhat better, to take the stink out of it. So I give God the credit for it. But you know, when something like that starts to smell like that, when it starts to smell like death, basically, these are all milkweed pods. They're going to break open soon and scatter their seeds. But when a thing like that starts to smell like death, that generally means that it's gone septic, and in a short while there'll be blood poisoning, and if the blood poisoning isn't addressed, well, then comes death, you know. So I believe that thing would have killed Rocky, except for God's intercession. And except for the poplar bud salve, which, like I say, I believe that God put the idea into my mind to use it, because I've had that jar now for a year, and it never occurred to me to use that on Rocky's leg before. But anything else I tried didn't work. So anyway, I'm happy to say that this thing that's been bothering me and that's been worrying me about Rocky is now on the verge of healing. Yeah. It's now on the verge of healing. It's looking a lot better. Anyway, just wanted to share that all with you. Some people may think I'm crazy for bringing God into it, but I do believe God is the reason behind this healing that's happening with Rocky. I believe it was him that gave me the idea, because like I say, I didn't have the idea on my own. And I had that jar there for a year, so it never occurred to me. But after I said that prayer, the same day the stink went out of his wounded leg, and he and within a few days of that, the idea came to me to use the poplar bud salve, and it's working out really well. So yeah. Anyway, just wanted to share that all with you. Oh, another kind of a good news thing, although not really, is I finally got a hold of the man who runs the off-grid camp. He really wasn't willing to talk to me very much. He just kept saying they're all full and to call back in the spring. So that's where we're at right now anyway. He wouldn't answer any of my questions about what the typical rent is there or anything like that. He just said call back in the spring. We're all full. So anyway, I'll call him back in the spring. Hopefully I'll have good luck there. Who knows? If not, then something else will come up, I'm sure. Maybe that just isn't for me. You never know. Maybe something else is a better idea for me. I just don't know at this point. Anyway, I've got the winter to think about it and to sort it out. And that's it for now. We'll talk to you later.